On this channel, I feel like from time to time it is my duty to get hold of unnecessarily expensive kitchen gadgets or appliances for your viewing pleasure that you probably have no interest in buying whatsoever, to see if they justify being on someone's worktop counter. And in today's video, I was recently browsing Amazon and I stumbled upon an appliance by the world-renowned KitchenAid brand. And of course, KitchenAid are really well known for rice cookers. This video is not sponsored. If it ever is, I'll let you know. And I know what you're thinking, Barry, of all the KitchenAid rice cookers, just go with it. Why did you pick the £500 version? In fact, some of you guys around the world might be saying, £500?
Whoa, this is heavy.
And I agree, this budget rice cooker that we have put through some serious stuff cost me just £30 and is just as heavy.
There's that word again, heavy.
All right, so the plan is to have a look at this £500 rice cooker, see what sort of functionality it roughly has, maybe look at some of the reviews, compare it initially to the budget rice cooker, and then test some of the things it's supposed to do. However, as I stand here right now at nearly 8 PM at night, I already started this video this morning. Hello, it's 9 AM and I was keen to start this video. However, I've just opened the box to check the machine and boom, look at this thing. I actually thought this was a German plug, but apparently it's a US one. So as we learned from the grilled cheese toaster video, you need like a step down converter. This one is only 300 watts. This machine is 700 watts. I've just had an epic conversation with some of the community on Discord to help my sanity make sure I get the right thing. Because just to show you, yes, I'm just gonna briefly do this. This will give it enough power just to get it going. But I'm gonna quickly turn that off because I don't fancy, and I'm sure I'll use this pun again, making fried rice. So the good news is, this is the garden kitchen. I can film here 24/7. I've found some much better converters on Amazon and they will arrive today between 5 PM and 10 PM. And you know what? It's a Saturday. If I've got to spend my Saturday night starting a video at 10 PM and we finish and we keep going until maybe 3 AM to see if a £500, well, that's heavy, rice cooker is even worth it. Well, we'll just see what happens. And in fact, I've already started that so you know what time it is. Let's rice, baby. And yep, that was literally early this morning, but I've committed to filming this video today. I'm excited to try it. I've got a step down converter in here. And I actually ordered a second one as a backup just in case. It's a Saturday night, what am I doing? I guess I just want to make some rice. Whoa, these are heavy, but this had an amazing review. And I don't want to make this video about step down transformers or converters. I learnt my lesson from the grilled cheese toaster. Oh my gosh. Ugh, cancel. Oh, it's on fire. However, this thing, I think it's got a fan. We're gonna plug that in. Ooh, it's humming. I'm going to turn the machine on, but it's powered up. And I'm gonna just put it to English now. There we go. Oh, hello, hi. Oh, wow. Oh, it's giving me an entire overview. This is amazing. Hey, rice cooker, play Love Island season 5. Oh, gosh, do we push? Oh my gosh, that's worth £200 alone. You've got like a car boot. Okay, there's your basket. Right, and there's your non-stick pot. So that is really all that comes with it. Well, other than this, yep, that water dispenser there, and that looks more like a coffee machine now than a rice cooker. I know we've been bigging it up a lot, we've given it a lot of light, but with that light, there must be some shade. Enrico, 1 star, and this brings me on to exactly what I just said. Wrong advertisement. It doesn't make coffee. If you've ordered a rice cooker to make coffee, you're gonna try and steam your beans, mate. I don't think, although this can steam beans. Ooh. Nah. Juan Bango, small and temperamental, which sounds a lot like my kids when they were toddlers. If you think boiling water is too simple and love the user experience of MS Word, this product might be for you.
It is definitely sleek looking and everything, but as a family of 5 vegetarians, it is way too small to cook anything for the family. Also, it keeps resetting the scale and asks me to remove and replace the pot 3 or 4 times before it's ready to start.
It also has another great function where you cannot cook anything more, so if your chickpeas come out crunchy, like mine did, too bad. You will have to eat them. I mean, you could just discard them. You don't have to eat them. There is no way to turn them back on like you could in, say, a pot of boiling water. This is like some Kafkaesque BS for cooking, and I don't know what that word means. We've got a video here of someone making porridge in it, which we're gonna have to try now because that is literally bubbling over whilst it's trying to make it. But despite all that hate, the majority of the reviews are 5-star, including Patricia, love this machine. This is my favorite kitchen appliance now. I used it for the first time last night and it definitely makes things easier. I highly recommend this. I will be definitely cooking rice, beans and grains more now, whereas before I avoided it. Ooh, healthy life choices. All for £500. Well, a mixed bag there. I'm sorry if I'm coming over a little bit excited about this, but one, I've just had a coffee. Two, I've been waiting around all day to test this. And three, I can't believe it actually works. So the first test is going to be classic white rice versus my £30 rice cooker. Yeah, I don't know if I am excited for this rice cooker or if I'm just hallucinating because it's late at night and I know we're going to be in here a long time. Anyhow, this is 500 grams of long grain white rice. But like with any rice cooker, we need to wash this anyway. Look how murky that is. I'm going to rinse it a few times and I'll see you in a minute. All right, so with my budget rice cooker, we got this measuring pot, but the expensive one is supposed to do it all for us. However, it didn't come with a fancy little spatula spoony thing, did it, hey? This thing is amazing. But I did get a steamer basket. I've got a removable bowl, and this is gigantic. Capacity-wise, compared to these that I just washed, it is actually 5 times more. However, what we're going to do is we're going to take, I don't know, like 2 shovels of the rice and then the same amount in water, and then the lid goes on and I'm ready to go. Now it's worth noting as I pour, oh my gosh, oh, the converter's down there. What is it with this jug? Okay, so it is literally about a 2 litre capacity in there. I can see why there's that coffee review now. That is quite a similar system because the water is gonna pass through there. It's gonna work out how much rice there is, but this isn't a race. Yeah, it's more about the quality of rice we are gonna get left with. All right, there's like loads of different settings where I can like change the color. Why do I want to change the color of it? I don't know, let's make it red. Should we make it red? That's not red yet. Okay, so all these different rice. We're going to go white long grain. Ensure nothing is resting on cooking while zeroing. So the pot is in there. That's basically zeroing the scales, right? Now I hope the other rice cooker doesn't mind, but oh look, it's doing it in cup measurements. I know I can change those quantities. Now we're in my world, and I hate the fact that it's 299 grams. Now it's 302, brilliant. Please level your food for even cooking. I've already done that with this. So you can delay the cook, the liquid is water, you can change the texture. Oh my gosh, do we want it firm? We'll just go regular. You can actually delay it to start for like hours time. But I've waited around all day for this. Start. Oh my gosh. Look, an amazing graphic of water going. It is slowly going down. It's like a rice fish tank. It's slowly going. In fact, it's stopped. It said 302 grams of water, equal amounts. Approximate cook time, 40 minutes. Look, I've just turned this one on. You just basically flick it to cook. Once it thinks the rice is done, it'll pop up and go to keep warm mode. And so does this. It's got to keep warm mode on. But I just think 40 minutes for that amount of rice. We'll keep our eye on both of these. And I've cooked like a whole cooked breakfast. I've done a day's meals. You can do cakes. You can do so much in a rice cooker. It is an amazing appliance. But even basic rice, sometimes it does get it wrong. I gotta say, folks, look at this one. It actually looks pretty darn crazy in there. It looks like we're cooking rice, doesn't it? And we are. It's still cooking. We started it roughly the same time. As you can say, it's been about 10 minutes. There is nothing going on in here. It is very, very quiet. And, you know, arguably this one's got maybe about 100 grams more rice in it, but I don't think the cooking time should vary that much. Yeah, it's got a massive table in there. It cooks all types of grains and rice and beans, lentils. It steams as well. We won't do all of that because that can pretty much do it anyway. Oh, look. I feel like I'm in the film Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Ah!
Let off some steam, Bennett.
And potentially, if you can see the 2 different lots of steam there, this might be cooking. Yeah, otherwise we've got to wait another 24 minutes and then keep it warm. Okay then, folks, we've got about 3 minutes left to go on that, and I'm now absolutely convinced. Look, you can see there's not so much steam coming out now. The one thing that's really bugging me is that I can't see what's happening in there. You've literally got to trust it. Whereas this is proper old school. There's a bit of glass, you can have a little peek. And for something as simple as rice, you'd hope it does it, but as we saw with that porridge review video, it could get pretty worrying, and we'll find that out later. Oh my word. Well, it looks very beige and very similar. My standard rice cooker. Ooh, oh look. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. That's such hard to see. It does do this. It doesn't tell you to do this in the manual. That's kind of like the point. But look, oh, that's a little bit easier to see. Look, it's actually like started to char. It's lightly browned. We've We fried our rice, and not in a step-down converter electrical sense, thank goodness. Well, it feels fluffy apart from the crispy edge. We'll just do the other half. Yeah, and I love that we've got to borrow this. Oh, hello. Very, very similar fluffy texture. And I've got to be honest, I can't see. Well, if I get too much closer to that thing, you won't be able to see either with the steam. Yeah, it does look a little fluffier. I really wanted to show you these crispy edges that I get. And don't get me wrong, for a £30 rice cooker, it's something I've learnt to deal with. I know my way around that. I wanted to just show you what it sometimes does as standard. Can you see it? It's like literally fried it and it's crispy. So I didn't think it would be possible. It actually looks a bit more plump as well. But this might taste slightly different. Yeah, I can tell with my budget rice cooker, it needed a mix. It's 100% better results than cooking it in a saucepan. It's genuinely light or fluffy. I've just got, and I avoided it then, a crust. I've got a rice crust. And it's oddly alright. Now, I'm not expecting any sort of different flavour here, but it is a lot more springy. I've got to give it that. And I achieved that texture if I just mix this normally. Okay, that is really good. I can't put my finger on it. It doesn't taste different, but just on texture alone, perhaps the fact that it's not charred. I hated that I couldn't see what was going on there. I'm not going to compare the two for the rest of this video. I know what that other thing can do. We've done other videos on that. But based on this alone, yeah, I want to try some more things. I've got to say, this was actually really, really easy to clean. I'm not going to add any more water in because we haven't used that much. So we're at the main menu here. I'm not sure what changing the red did. Maybe it was the progress bar. But we've got these different... Did I already add food to the pot? No. Grains, rice, custom cycles, so you can actually do it manual. Beans and lentils, you can steam it. No, I haven't added food to the pot. Stop it. It can also self-clean and also just to keep warm setting, so it can do what a standard rice cooker does. No, I haven't added food to the pot. I want to do something that I don't always enjoy cooking. Lentils. And these are lentils where you don't have to soak them, and I don't know how much I'm going to add. I'm going to let the machine... Oh wow, it saved my weight thing. Ugh. We're going to go with 197 grams of red lentils. But of course, if we actually wanted to soak them, for a brief moment, it went to like 1 kilo. Oh, excuse the goods. If we wanted to, look, prep, are they rinsed? Oh, I didn't rinse them. The liquid is locked at water, texture regular. Yeah, I don't want them too soft. Look at this. I love the doorbell sound. This graphic alone is worth at least £10, isn't it? And our fish tank is going down. Seriously, I know lentils are thirsty things, but that is an awful lot.
12 seconds later.
Okay, 1,000 grams. Is that about the same? I always get that confused. Is that about like a litre? Whatever. I like this. I just want to see what's going on. Ooh. Well, it looks very foamy, doesn't it? All right, I've got the biggest mixing bowl I can find for now. In fact, I think that's what my original rice was in. Oh, hello. Oh, there's a mix of colours going on there. What's going on? Oh, well, they look a bit swollen. It looks like a bag of mixed grated cheese, but in pebble form. Well, I'm no expert on this, and I'm going to eat it straight out of the sieve. I'm a gentleman. But when they're yellow, that's cooked, right? It's going to be very hard for me to just get some yellow and red. But the red bits, as long as they're fairly softened, they should be fine to eat. Yeah. It's not mushy. It's not chalky. I've got some on my sleeve. Yeah, I would say it's a pass. I'm slightly worried by it. It's just that some of it has cooked more than others, which is a little bit of a concern. Anyhow, next up, I want to tackle the porridge. All right, so I've got some porridge oats here, and you can make porridge in a rice cooker. With this one, when we do it, it's a little bit temperamental. If you put just the milk in, it tends to scorch. Milk loves to scorch anyway, right? Whenever we've made a big batch of porridge in a rice cooker, we've normally done like 3 parts milk to 1 part water just to dilute it down a little bit. Dilute a liquid, does that work? Although that said, we did find that if you put skimmed milk in, which let's be honest is pretty much water anyway, you don't need to use water. I've just topped up our goldfish tank with water, but remember it says not to put anything in there that is not water. I'm sorry, it's a little bit of a personal thing, but I cannot stand porridge made with water. But I found a recipe on their website. Creamy oats with caramelized bananas. To be honest, I really want the caramelized bananas now, but anyhow. Step 2 says using the KitchenAid grain and rice cooker, select steel cut oats menu option and set cooking liquid to milk. Choose regular to confirm the texture setting, add the oats and the specified amount of milk to the bowl and allow the oats to cook. So will that tell me like how much milk to add in? Kind of like the opposite. I'm just putting in what I want and it just does it. It's now gonna say, no, fill it up to this amount. And that's what we're about to find out. It's worth noting that I can actually update the software on this if I want, but I think porridge is under grains. Okay, let's see, quinoa, couscous. Add the oats. If the oats are already in the pot, then lift the pot for 3 seconds. Now, it's telling me I need 144 grams. I am adding them. Oh my gosh, it's finally changed. All right, 1 gram out. I'm not gonna let it defeat me. A fork is gonna help me get it to 144. Please level your food for even cooking. Oh, here we go. The prep, it is dry. Yep, because the oats, if they were wet, they'd be porridge, right? Water, why will you not let me change it to what is going on? I'm literally following your recipe. Regular, yes. Water, dry. Oh my gosh. What? Why will you not change? This is ridiculous. It's telling me on the website I can do that. I've leveled the food. I want it to be milk. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm gonna have to take this out a minute. Start again. Yes, I do want to cancel. Yeah, I'm not going mad. I've got their website here. I've just tipped the oats into a bowl here. So that'll be a good test to see if these scales are right. Oh yes, there we go. What? Right, whatever. And you are not letting me change the liquid. I am doing the steps. Yep, regular, soft, firm. Oh my word. What is going on? I'm going to cancel. Can I do custom mode? No, custom cycles is where I want to set it all up. Custom bean, custom rice, custom small grain. Oh my gosh. This literally says this on their website. Look at that. Barley? Oh gosh, I've got to take it out now because it's resetting. Oh, go away. And now it's saying it's 150 grams. Amazing. Of course it is. One last time. So dry, water, annoyingly, and we'll go regular. That is still very, very cool. So that's pretty disappointing. And I've just checked, I do have the latest software update, which of course you need in every appliance, but I love that theory. If I could have then added milk in and it would have increased as I poured it in. I had some semi-skim milk here ready and they even insisted to use cream. And with that fat content, that would have been gorgeous. Oh, I tell you what, it does smell porridgey and it's starting to sort of like rumble a little bit, but no crazy bubbling up just yet. Although from time to time, the water in the fish tank thing is wobbling a little bit. It's giving me Jurassic Park vibes. All right then folks, we've got 5 minutes left and it's suddenly kicked in to life with a little bit of steam coming out. None of that excitement we saw in that video review. Perhaps they used washing up liquid, but other than this now happening, it's been extremely tame. And I know I could open the lid and take a sneak peek, but I want to trust it. All right folks, it is done. I have not taken a peek. Oh my word, yep, there's some steam in there. That looks very fluffy. Oh my gosh, that texture is amazing. No, it's not burnt to the bottom either. Oh my gosh. I was expecting it to be scorched. And this is what we do in our standard rice cooker one anyway, if we want it creamier. I've added in some milk and we're stirring it through. Yeah, do you know what? That's thirsty. That's absorbed that straight away. I'm not gonna go crazy and keep tweaking it, but we can close the lid down. And look, that's just gonna keep warm until we tell it, well, to stop. Let's see what this is like. Yeah, I mean, I haven't exactly cooked the most non-boring looking things today, have I? Or tonight. Folks, in fact, it's very nearly midnight, but I am willing to go into the early hours to finish this, and I'm enjoying it. I've got to be honest, I'm fairly certain I heard an owl hooting a minute ago, but look! That is a lovely texture. It is perfectly cooked. It's just exceptionally bland. I'm missing the milk in there, or it needs a bit of sugar or something, or actually the sound of those caramelized bananas right now. Yeah, that would be great. But I think we've given this quite a good workout now, and there's one more thing I want to test. Well, actually two, but I want to fuse them together. One of the rice that's really temperamental to cook, and the steam function. All right, so here we have got some salmon and broccoli. Well, we're gonna do the steam function. 15 minutes of steaming broccoli and salmon. That should do it. But what we're gonna do as our fish tank goes down is steam the food first. And the recipe book that comes with it supports this. We're then, hang on, this is, thanks. I love how you stop dispensing as I turn the camera. Nice one. We're then going to cook brown rice, which I can find sometimes quite temperamental. In here, you can't do it at the same time, but then we can return the steamed broccoli and salmon to it. If you do it the other way around, and that's what the book says, you would end up flooding the rice with the steamed bits. So yeah, we've got to do it in that order, but it should be good. All right, little update. It now says steaming, and it is steaming all right. There we go. Oh, beauty. Oh, that is angry. I'll just see if I can do this quickly. Ha! Oh! You see all that in there? You see that? That is why our rice would have got a bit upset with it. It would have boiled it, but that's coming out. I'll wash my brown rice. We'll empty this, and that'll go in there. Yeah, so this is washed brown rice, and I don't know if it's just me. I find it quite temperamental. Hang on a sec, does that say 1 hour 15 minutes? Folks, 1 hour 15 minutes to cook brown rice. In the manual it does say 70 minutes as well. The packaging on this rice says great results in 25 minutes. Who do I believe? In about 25 minutes time, I'm going to take a peek in there and see if it's any good, because if it is, well, this stuff is going to join the party to warm up and we shall dine. And that will be it. All right, folks, we are just about to hit 25 minutes and yeah, this is not even getting very hot at all. And maybe that is the secret to good cooked rice. It's one of the things I do not like about this machine. One, that I can't see it just casually. And now as I wait here to pretty much 2 a.m, that it takes ages to warm the water up. Damn it. Maybe I should have just done quinoa. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but it's making a funny noise. And there's about 10 minutes left. So I think it's on the keep warm mode. Ooh. I can't tell if that's cooked, fried, boiled, or just very confused. But there's not much moisture in there, and if it's on keep warm mode, I'm going to warm up the salmon and the broccoli that we cooked well over an hour ago. I'm going to eat salmon, rice and broccoli at 2 a.m. This is the longest rice I've ever cooked apart from a rice pudding, but that included the baking. I don't know if that's stuck to the bottom, you know. I love how this is potentially an adequate solution. Oh no, that is lovely and fluffy. Look at that. I just love that we've got to use our other spoon from the rice cooker just to get it on there. But we've steamed our veg and then re-warmed it. We've got our salmon. I'm going to try the broccoli first. I'd love to have left it in there the whole time, but it would have been pretty much mush. The salmon's good too. Right, this rice, it looks good. That might be the nicest brown rice I've ever had. I mean, did push it to that softer texture. So, what I love about it is genuinely, we put our trust in it without being able to see it. I mean, the lentils aside, it worked well. But what I didn't like is like how long it took it, but maybe that's the secret to good rice, that real slow buildup of temperature. I have never cooked rice that long. And ultimately, for me personally, it's not even got a UK plug on it, so I would not particularly get this again. It's £500. I'm sure there's some middle-of-the-range rice cookers that do just as much, that might not need a software update. I have to be fair though, there was no charred rice. It's a fun bit of equipment and I got mesmerised by that water diagram. I think that was my favourite thing out of all of it, but it isn't for me. It's been a really fun video. I didn't think we'd be even testing it at this point, so thanks to the guys on Discord that helped get me through picking out the right converter that arrived on the same day. I've been well fed, but I think for the time being, I'll probably just stick with this one. Oh, I think that's yours. Sorry, mate. Cheers for watching. See you later.